Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Backstage Show with Ricky and Marie. Today, we're extremely excited about the guests we have today. We have Dr. Don and Mary Colbert.
It's so good to have you guys here.
Yes, Dr. Don is a New York's bestsellers list. He's written over 40 books and has sold millions of copies altogether.
And his wife, Mary, not only does she work alongside of her husband, but she is a minister herself, and she's worked in schools, prisons, women's groups all over the United States.
And also, together, they have been featured on Fox News, ABC World News, BBC, and a bunch of other Christian prominent television shows.
Yes.
Now, you guys believe that eating, the way you eat, is the way, like a key to a long and joyful life. Now, have you always believed this way?
Well, no, I haven't. I had to get sick back in the early 90s. See, I developed chronic fatigue, I developed chronic sinusitis, irritable bowel syndrome, and psoriasis, the heartbreak, they call it the heartbreak of psoriasis. And I developed these diseases, and I didn't realize it, but literally what I was eating was a major trigger to causing these diseases. When I identified the foods that were the triggers and controlled the stress or learned to cope with stress and cleared a few key things like learn how to think God's thoughts instead of stressful thoughts, as well as get adequate sleep. See, I was on call every night for years. And when I implemented these principles, psoriasis gone, totally gone. Irritable bowel gone. You know, chronic sinusitis gone. Chronic fatigue gone. And so I learned right then that to let my food be my medicine and let my medicine be my food.
It's interesting, too, because a lot of people think that, you know, that God doesn't care what you eat, that you can eat anything that you want, and just pray over it and bless it. So the message that we often try to bring to the church really isn't interested in hearing, because the mindset is, you know, God doesn't really care what I eat. What's the big deal? As a matter of fact, He cares a lot. And it's amazing how much, as you get into the Word, how much He does care what you eat. And what Don had to find out as a practicing physician is just how true that was, because some foods that people are eating is actually causing their disease.
Wow.
And yet they think, oh, it's okay to eat. You know, God doesn't care. Well, if it's causing disease, I think God cares, you know, what you're eating. Yeah. And it does. One of Don's favorite lines is, you catch a cold, you catch a flu, but you develop disease. And you develop
by making wrong food choices consistently. You see, if you can't resist a donut or a bowl of ice cream or a candy bar, then how are you going to resist the devil trying to kill you?
So that's so true.
Audience, this
You
is Don and Mary,
tuned.
and you guys need to stay tuned if you want to know more. This is how real they are. You guys are so amazing. This has been so fun to interview you guys. Thank you for this. And make sure you guys tune in. Coming up next, The Jim Bakker Show. We'll see you there.